There's a gentleman tarries to have his horse, and he would have his things rubbed and made clean. He keeps such a chafing with my mistress about it, but she sent me to look thee out.
Am I the only clown here that's not a cock?
Keep out of the circle, Ralph, or else you are blown up. You are dismembered.
Oh, stay out of the circle, for I'm about a roaring piece of work.
What dost thou with that same book thou canst not read?
My master and mistress shall find that I can read, he for his forehead and she for a private study. She is born to bear with me, or else my art fails.
Why, Ralph, what book is that?
What book? Why, the most intolerable book for conjuring that e'er was invented by any brimstone devil.
Canst thou conjure with it? Verily, I met with thy master, the conjurer, Dr. Faustus, as I was on my way to Wittenberg the other day with a load of...
Hey, we don't have time for your backstory, Ralph. I can do all these things easily with it. First, I can make thee drunk with hypocrites at any tavern in Europe for nothing. That's one of my conjuring works.
Our master parson says that's nothing.
True, Ralph. And more, Ralph. If thou hast a mind to spit our kitchen maid, and needs to wind to thine own use as often as thou wilt, and at midnight.
Brave Robin, shall I have man spit, and to mine own use? On that condition, I'll feed thy devil horse bread as long as he lives, at free cost.
No more, sweet Ralph. Now, let's make clean our boots which lie foul upon our hands, and do our conjuring in the devil's name.
Faustus had for his late arrived, and at his heels, a thousand furies raked to accomplish whatsoever the doctor pleased. Where's Benvolio? Fast asleep, I warrant you. He took his rouse with steaks of Rhenish wine so kindly yesternight, so that all this day the sluggard keeps his bed.
Call him.
What ho, Benvolio?
Speak softly, madam, lest the devil hear you.
The emperor is at hand, who comes to see what wonders my black spells may compass be, and with him comes the German conjurer, the learned Faustus, babe of Wittenberg, the wonder of the world of magic art.
Has not the emperor enough of conjuring yet? He was upon the devil's back late enough. And if he be so far in love with him, I would he would post with him to Wittenberg again.
Speak, wilt thou come to see this sport?
Not I.
No, come, recite me for first, and thou shalt see this conjurer perform such rare exploits as never yet before were seen in Germany.
Hey, and I not fall asleep in the meantime. Go, you! Attend the emperor. I am content for this, for they say if a man be drunk overnight, the devil cannot hurt him in the morning. Oh, if that be true, I have a charm in my head that'll control him as well as the conjurer, I warrant you. Faustus, welcome to our court!
Stands prepared by power of art to raise his spirits that shall pierce through the ebon gates of ever-burning hell and the stubborn furies from their caves to compass whatsoever your grace commands.
Blood, he speaks terribly, yet for all that I do not greatly believe him. He looks as like a conjurer as the Pope to a costermonger.
Then, Dr. Faustus, mark what I shall say. As I was sometimes solitary set within my closet, sundry thoughts arose about the honor of my ancestors, amongst which kings is Alexander the Great. Therefore, if thou, by the cunning of thine art, canst raise this man from hallowed vaults below, where lies entombed this famous conqueror, and with his beauteous paramour, both in their right shape, gesture, and attire they used to wear during their time of life, that would both satisfy my just desire and give me praise. Praise thee, whilst I live.
Your Majesty shall see them presently. Mephistopheles, with a solemn noise of trumpet sound, present great Alexander and his beauteous paramour.
Faustus, I will.
Your devils come not away quickly. Shall have me asleep presently. Zounds, I could eat myself for anger. Think me such an ass all this while to sit gaping after the devil's governor and can see nothing.
I'll show you something anon, if my art fail me not. I must forewarn you that when my spirits present the shapes of Alexander and his paramour, your grace demand no questions of the king, but in dumb silence let them come and go.
Be it as Faustus please, we are content.
And I am content too. And thou bring Alexander and his paramour before the emperor, and I'll turn myself into a stag.
And I'll play Diana and send you the horns presently.
Pardon me, my thoughts were so ravished by the sight of this renowned emperor that within my arms I would have composed it.
Away! Be gone! See, my gracious lord, look what strange beast is yon.
Oh, wondrous sight, two spreading horns so strangely fastened upon the head of a young man rolling up.
He sleeps, but dreams not of his horns.
This sport is excellent. We'll call and waken.
What ho, Benvolio! Plague upon you, let me sleep a while.
I beg thee not sleep much, having such a head of fine home.
Look up, Benvolio, 'tis the emperor calls.
The emperor? Where? Oh, my head!
Nay, thy horns hold. 'Tis no matter for your head, for that's our sufficiently.
Oh, why, how now, Sir Knight? This is most horrible. Fie, pull in your head for shame. Let not all the world wonder at you.
Thou damned wretch, and an execrable dog, bred in the concave of some monstrous rock. How darest thou thus abuse a gentleman? Villain, I say, undo what you have done.
You are resolved in bold shape to turn a stag. Therefore, your majesty, so please your grace, I'll raise a kennel of hounds, shall hunt him so, as all his footmanship shall scarce prevail to keep his carcass from their bloody fangs.
He'll raise a kennel of devils, I think, anon. Oh, good, my lord, please entreat for me. I am never able to endure such torment.
Good master doctor, let me entreat you to remove his horns. He's done penance now sufficient.
Not so much for any injury done to me as to delight your majesty with some mirth, hath Faustus justly requited this injurious mount, which being all I desire, I am content to remove his horns. Mephistopheles transform him. And hereafter, sir, look you speak well of scholars.
Speak well of ye falsehood, and scholars be such cuckold makers to clap horn on an honest man.
Thank you, Dr. Faustus. Ladies and gentlemen, with the help of your good hands, pay the great Benvolio and Dr. Faustus your gratitude with thunderous applause.
My head is lighter than it was by the horns, yet my heart's more ponderous than my head, and pant until I see that conjurer's dead.
Sweet Benvolio, let us sway our thoughts from this attempt against the conjurer.
Away! You love me not to urge me thus. Shall I let it slip so great an injury when every servile groom jests at my wrongs, and in their rustic gambols proudly say, Benvolio's head would grace with horns this day. May these eyelids never close again until with my sword I have that conjurer slain, if you will aid me in this enterprise.
Nay, we will stay with thee, and betide what may, and kill the doctor if it comes his way.
Here we will stay to bide the first assault. Oh, were that hellhound but in place, thou shalt soon see me quit my foul disgrace.
Close, close, the conjurer is at hand, and comes walking all alone in his gown. Be ready then, and strike the peasant down.
Mine be that honor then. Now, sword, strike home, for horns he gave, I'll have his head anon.
See, he comes.
No more words, this blow ends all. His soul he'll take, his body thus must fall.
Groan, you master doctor.
Break May's heart with groans. Dear Friedrich, see, thus will I end his griefs immediately.
Strike with a willing hand.
The devil's dead! The furies make that laugh!
Is this that stern aspect, that awful frown, made the grim monarch of infernal spirits tremble and quake with his commanding charms?
Is this that damned head whose heart conspired Benvolio's shame before the emperor?
Justly rewarded for his villainies.
Oh, come, let's devise how we may add more shades to the black scandal of his painted thing.
First, on his head, in witness of my wrongs, I'll nail huge forked horns and hang them within the window and yoke me first, that all the world may see my just revenge.
And what use shall we put his beard to?
We'll sell it to a chimney sweeper. Who will 10 curtains bruise, I warrant you.
What shall his eyes do?
We'll put out his eyes, and they shall serve as buttons for his lips to keep his tongue from getting cold.
Excellent policy. Now, sirs, having divided him, what use shall we put the body to?
The devil's alive again!
Do you not, traitors? I was bound for 24 years to live on earth, and had thou cut my body with your swords, or hewed my flesh and bone as small as sand, yet in a minute had my spirit returned, and I had breath. A man made free from harm, but wherefore do I dally my revenge? Answer up! Bellinus! Mephistopheles! Go, horse these traitors on your fiery backs. down, Bellingham. Take this native hence and hurl her in some lake of mud and dirt. Take thou this other and drive her through the woods amongst the prickling thorn and sharpest briar, whilst with my dear Becca's daughter. This traitor flies under some steepy rock that rolling downward will break the villain's bones, as he intended to dismember me. Fly hence, dispatch my charge immediately.
Oh, piteous gentle Faustus, save our lives!
Away!
He must needs go!
How now, Wagner? What's amiss with thee?
Sir, the Duchess of Vanpelt doth earnestly entreat your company.
Duchess Vanpelt, a right honorable gentle lady, to whom I must be no niggard of my cunning. Let's await her.
We have Benvolio!
Here! What? Friedrich Hoy!
Oh, help, gentle friends. Where's Martino?
Good Friedrich, here, half smothered and laid by the dirt through which the Furies drag me.
Martino. Look, Benvolio's horns again. Oh, misery, how now, Benvolio?
Defend me, Henry! Am I to be haunted still?
Hey, fear not, man. We have no power to kill.
My friends, transform thus! Oh, hellish wolf, your heads are all set with horns!
You hit it right. It is your own you need. Feel on your head. Oh.
Sounds horns again!
Think not, man. We are all sped.
What devil serves this damned magician that spite of spite our rolls are doubled?
Oh, what shall we do that we may hide our shame?
We should follow him to work revenge. He would join long ass's ears on these horns and make us laughing stocks to all the world.
What shall we then do, dear Benvolio?
I have a castle joining near these woods, and thither we will repair and live obscure until time shall alter these our brutish shapes. Oh, since black disgrace hath thus eclipsed our fame, we'll rather die with grief and live with shame.
No, no, no,